हेलो मोन्टू भैया, कैसे हो?
अच्छा है।
हे शमाई, how are you?
Nice to see you. What's this new hairstyle, yeah?
I'm trying to grow it out, Shamai. Just give it a chance.
Hello, my name is Rowena Sinai, otherwise known as Shamai to my grandchildren. I come from Goa, so Shamai is grandmother, but actually it means old hag. I have 5 grandchildren actually. The eldest is 20 and the youngest is 5 months old. Been living here in this apartment for the last 13, 14 years. Before that, when my husband retired from the Indian Foreign Service in 1993, we lived on Racecourse Road on his family's property over there. Very happy to be in this apartment, which is almost like being in a bungalow actually. In 1963, when I graduated from Elphinstone College in Bombay, I got the Karaka scholarship or prize money of the princely sum of 560 rupees, which I decided to spend on buying art, if you please. And this is not considered, I mean, you can't imagine what I bought. I'll take you over and show you one of the paintings I got with that amount. This is the Jamni Roy, one of the 3 that I bought for 560 rupees in Calcutta from his studio or his large area, Maidan area. This is the flight into Egypt. This is baby Jesus, his mother Mary and Joseph sitting on the donkey when they were pursued by, to fly, the flight into Egypt because of the Emperor Herod's machinations, yeah. And I love it with all my heart, this picture. It's my favorite. This is a very early Hussein that was given to me by my husband's Masi. He was a friend of theirs, Wasi, Mural Wasi, and our husband Syed Wasi. And Hussein used to be an impoverished artist, used to visit in their house, and one day just did watercolor this thing on some brown paper that was lying around as far as I can see. This is my youngest child and daughter, Roma, mother of Neil, who was the artist of the family actually, and went to NID, and she could get none of us to paint, sit for her. And so then many self-portraits of us that we have lying around the house. Come, I'll show you some pictures here, photographs taken of the family. This is one by your great-grandparents while they were in Calcutta, this collage. Here we have Mr. Podgoni of the USSR, as it was then, Mother Teresa with your grandmother. This is Satyajit Ray, you'd be interested in that. Another shot of him up there. Of course, the Gandhis were there in force, so it goes on. Padmaja Naidu. Okay, and come and see some family pictures here. I don't know if they'll be dusted. Here we go. You recognize yourself, dear, when you were a baby. Right there you are. And here's another one when you were 5 or 6 years old for some chocolate advertisement that you did. And this is your Masi here, graduating, she did from Harvard. Then some interesting, you'll find this interesting, Saddam Hussein with your grandfather when he was the ambassador. He was presenting his credentials. This is your great-great-grandmother who was one of our first women doctors who graduated from the School of Tropical Medicine in London. Here again with the young Mrs. Gandhi and and your grandfather, also young at that stage, with King Hussein, of the grandfather with King Hussein. And this is interesting, Moraji Desai and Jimmy Carter, your grandfather. This is, I'm also in this picture with Ronald Reagan and his wife when we were posted in Washington. Come down here to Imelda Marcos, and I'm sitting here and there where I asked her to sing and she sang a song for us. Here we have George Bush, ambassador at the time, K.R. Narayanan, who later became the President of India when we were in Washington. That's it, I think, over here. Oh, this is a nice one with Rajiv Gandhi and your grandfather. You must see some other things that we have here. This is pictures that my mother, your grandmother, in her final stages of Alzheimer's, used to sit outside and paint these. This was taken in Goa when we were visiting. And here I believe she's copied this from a photograph that Opa, my father, had taken. She just copied that and put color and so on to it. Before we leave this room, you must see something else that you'll be interested in. This is a carpet that was gifted to us by Saddam Hussein. Come and sit here. Baghdad rug that was gifted to us. And if you come to this other room, I'll show you one that was gifted by the Shah of Iran. And this picture, this carpet is one that was gifted to us by the Shah of Iran shortly before he was imprisoned and taken captive in 78 when he visited India. This is in front of the central part of our house actually, which is the family altar. This altar was made in Macau and then shipped across to Goa and then to Pune, which became our family house in my father's side of the family, and where this was a central position as it has here, it was also had that central position there. This is a bookshelf that was built out of our old lift van by your grandfather. And in the center you see some shots of Vienna, which was our last posting. And in the corner there you see an urn. Have a look at it. It was presented to your grandfather by Archbishop Macarius, who found these in a 300 or 3 BC cave in Famagusta. And so that's an old piece that we keep so that nobody can break it down. I just showed you a self-portrait of Roma. This was taken in these pictures of my 4 were taken in Moscow when they were all young. That's Roy in his pioneer uniform, equivalent of the Boy Scouts of the Soviet Union as it was then. Tony, Anita and Roma. In our guest room here, guest bathroom, these are pictures that I've collected down the years of drawings from school that the grandchildren used to send. Some of them are quite good actually, with messages and so on. Neil, I think you're responsible for this and maybe this thing here. It's not very impressive, I have to say. Your sisters and cousins were much more colorful and expansive and thoughtful. And this is from the age of 5 onwards that I've been getting these pictures. This is a photo taken in the Racecourse Roadhouse with your great-grandmother your Masi, and your grandfather, Dadu. I have to say that being in this apartment over the last 14-15 years, as I've said, has been a real joy for me, but especially more so after the grandfather, my husband, died some 3.5 years ago. It brings back all the little bits and pieces that we've collected, accumulated, bought, acquired over the last so many years. I have memories that are very precious and funny and sad and sentimental, basically. I'm so happy to be in where I live right now. The living space around me is just ideal as I grow older and older.